What's up? What's up? It's your boy Dr. Dupe, Coding While Black, episode 45. Today is December 23rd, 2020, 3 days before Christmas. Coming to you live here in the great state of Washington. I'm in the city of Seattle at Green Lake. You can see the beautiful lake behind me. And got something on my mind today. I'll be brief. So, first thing I want to say is, as the conversations continue around diversity and inclusion, particularly as it relates to tech, I want you guys to be aware of a couple of things. First of all, there's a lot of conversation out here right now, a lot of talk about, oh, let your thoughts be known, bring your authentic self to work, speak out when you see injustices and those kinds of things, right? You got to be careful with that. As we see with what has happened recently with the sister from Google, the AI researcher who was fired. Now, I don't know all the details about why she was fired, but what I do know is that she was fired based on a paper that she wrote where she questioned the AI from an ethical standpoint and questioned the foundation of what Google was doing from an AI perspective. So she ended up being fired. Now, there's been studies on this that say that minority groups, underrepresented groups, African Americans and the like in tech or in other fields who have spoken out against injustices like that, they suffer, they pay a price, there are consequences for that. So you got to be careful. And obviously, I've done this over the years. You know, I used to have a blog called Where of Blacks in Technology. I used to speak a lot at South by Southwest and different conferences about this very same issue a decade ago, until I started to have trouble getting work. And I would have interviews where I seemed qualified for the position. Folks would say, oh, yeah, you're a shoo-in. And then next thing I knew, I wouldn't hear anything back from these folks. And when I inquired about them, I couldn't get my phone calls returned. So my wife suggested maybe it's because all of your advocacy work around inclusion. So I took all that stuff down. You know, one of the few things that remain is a podcast that I did 5 or 6 years ago. Took all that stuff down. Immediately, within weeks, got a call, got an offer, got a job, moved on with my life. I thought the climate has changed somewhat here in the last 3 to 5 years regarding that, but it turns out it's not the case. Again, I don't know the details about what happened with the sister, and I would say her name, but I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it correctly. But I'll put a link to the story in the video. But she was fired, and so people are up in arms. They're upset. They want to get her job back. She's not getting her job back. She spoke out, and she's paying the price. So you got to be careful. Although they're saying, you know, we want you to be inclusive. We want to hear from people. We want you to be allies, etc. Be sure and be aware that could come potentially at a price. So, okay, that's it for today. Once again, this is your boy, Dr. Kai Dupe, Coding While Black. Peace.